September in Colorado. It's one of the most beautiful months of the year as changing autumn leaves paint the high country in breathtaking colors. September also brings a wide range of weather conditions to Colorado, from triple-digit heat to early snowfall. This month also marks 11 years since one of the most extreme weather events in our state's history. Hello and welcome to this Denver 7 Plus special presentation. I'm Danielle Grant. Over the next 30 minutes, we're taking a deep dive into all things September weather here in Colorado. First things first, let's set the stage for the month ahead with the weather pattern you can expect in September. As far as September goes, I want to show you some of the averages. Typically, our temperature is just shy of about 65 degrees. That's the daytime high and the overnight low averaged out here in the city. Precipitation, we pick up a little bit more than an inch, so not bad. And snowfall, yes, September ushers in our first shot at possibly seeing some winter weather around here. It's going to be just less than an inch, and all of these averages, I should say, are from the past about 30 years, 1991 to 2020, from our data out at DIA, as well as Central Park. As far as the top 7 warmest Septembers that we have ever seen, you'll notice, well, the first 4 have been just within the past 10 years' time. 69.4 degrees, that was the hottest summer, or I should say the hottest September that we have ever seen. And back in 2015, 2019, 2022, 2021, just right there behind it. And then you have to go way back to the 40s for that number 5 spot and number 7 back in 1998. What about rainfall? Of course, all of us recall September 2013 and the floods across much of the Front Range, that storm system that would just not loosen its grip on Colorado, and it brought some heavy flooding rains across much of the metro area up through Boulder County, Larimer. We saw all the destruction from those floods, and that year we picked up more than 5.5 inches, of course, out at DIA where we keep score. You'll notice you have to go back to the 1900s for the number 2, number 3, number 4 spots, I guess number 5 too, but this is data that we have collected since 1872. That's when records started here in the Denver metro area. As far as the snowfall goes, we have to measure that from 1880 to about 10 years later. They started keeping track of the snow. Kind of tough in the 1800s, right? But this is our top 7 snowiest Septembers. Can you imagine 1971? I wasn't around. I wasn't living here in Denver then, but 17.2 inches of snowfall stacking up as you come off of a really nice summer season, and wham, already it kind of feels like winter. We were back in the 30s when we saw about 16.5 inches, and 1985, a good year, where we saw about 8.7 inches. As far as the extremes go, I showed you the wettest back in 2013, more than 5.5 inches, the driest September that we have seen. You got to go way back to 1944 when we only picked up a trace. That's immeasurable moisture out at the airport. And then the earliest snowfall, September 3rd, 1961, when they picked up 4.2 inches of snowfall just a couple of years back. We did see some early September snow too. Back in 2020, that was the hottest day that we have had throughout the month of September at 101 degrees. Yes, triple digits are still possible throughout the month of September. And then the coolest, 17 degrees, and that was back on the 29th in 1985. Looking at the averages, again, temperatures hovering in the upper 60s for kind of the hottest September that we have ever had, the coolest September we have ever had. You got to go way back to 1912 when the daytime high and the overnight low averaged out at 54.7 degrees. Our averages typically by the beginning of the month, mid 80s, and then the lows in the mid 50s. Now, as we wind down the month, of course, the temperatures start to cool off. We're only looking at average highs in the lower 70s as we head into October with lows in the mid 40s. So as far as the storms go, yes, we still can see some scattered thunderstorms out there. However, they're a bit more limited this time of the year. Our best chance for seeing storms really means for some lightning. That will be our biggest risk as we look ahead toward September. As far as the rainfall goes, typically we don't see incredibly heavy flooding rains, and certainly our hail threat and tornado threat go down quite a bit. Really, our eyes kind of will fix on the first snowfall here across the metro area up through the high country throughout the month of September. I'll show you what the Climate Prediction Center is indicating for not just here in Denver, but all of Colorado and truly across the entire country. Warmer than average conditions bullseyed right out there toward the Four Corners, of course, Denver included, much of the southern tier of the U.S. and the eastern seaboard. What about our precipitation chances? Right now, looking drier than average throughout the month of September, not just for Colorado, but much of the southern Rockies, wetter than average positioned across the eastern seaboard. Looking ahead, the next 90 days, September, October, November. Are you ready to even start thinking about kind of the end of the fall season and heading into winter? Right now, it does look like those conditions that we're expecting to see in September only continue as far as the heat. We've been watching our climate steadily warm, and that's going to be the case as we look toward this La Nina winter season upon us. Warmer than average conditions for much of the west. We also will be tracking potentially some wetter than average conditions off to the Pacific Northwest. Usually they have better winters, more snowfall than what we see typically in a La Nina pattern. Usually it's drier than average here for Colorado, and that's exactly what the Climate Prediction Center is indicating. So just kind of a taste of what's to come further down the line. Again, these long-range models certainly can change up for us, so we'll keep you posted on all this, but I hope you enjoy September. It's a beautiful month, maybe even one of the best months here in Colorado because of all the gorgeous colors up in the high country. Make sure you get up high and take a look at the view. For a closer look at the changing weather in September, let's take a peek at the numbers. And you may not get a better snapshot of the variety of weather in September than what we saw over a 4-day span 4 years ago. Now take a look at this. On September 5th, 2020, we hit a daily record of 101 degrees. We tied the daily record on the 6th at 97 degrees, and then Denver hit 93 on the 7th, our 73rd 90-degree day that year. Whew, it was a toasty one. And then that night, a massive cold front blew through the state and dropped us into the 30s by the morning of September 8th. Then we actually saw snowfall across the state.
Most of us were ready from a break for the 90s and the heat records, but a 50-degree temperature drop and snow.
This scene in the mountains is a drastic difference from the 90-degree record-tying heat in Denver Monday.
As much as 6 inches fell on the foothills and up to about 3 inches fell on the eastern plains. That 93-degree day set the record for the warmest day before a measurable snowfall. Now to one of the most anticipated forecasts of the year, our fall foliage outlook. The new predictive maps were released on September 1st, and our Stacey Donaldson is breaking it down.
Now that we're in September, this is the time to start thinking about the fall foliage and the changing leaves and all the beautiful color that we see here across Colorado. Now, as we go into the end of September, that's when we generally start to see the peak color showing up in the higher elevations. Now, we really haven't seen much drought here for the higher elevations, so that's great news for our fall outlook for that foliage. And fewer storms, the better. Once we get strong thunderstorms moving into the higher elevations that have a lot of high wind or even hail, that means the end to these leaves as they fall off of all of those trees. Now, the good news is we've really seen kind of a wet summertime, and now we have no drought for our central and southern mountains, which is going to bode well for viewing our peak colors and having really all those colors filling in. Now, some of the favorite places that we have here for fall foliage at Denver 7, I want to show you some of my favorite places. Of course, Kenosha Pass near the city of Jefferson, and into Picken Creek Trail at Vail, and also Spring Creek Trail for Steamboat, and one a little closer to Denver, Golden Gate Canyon State Park as well. So these are some of the favorite places that we all look for to go to over the season to be able to see some of these changing colors. Now, the Colorado color guide is still pretty green here from north to south across the state, but we are going to update this, especially on our Denver 7 Plus app here as we go through the next month or so. But I wanted to show you the outlook for our foliage here. The peak color starting to show up by the end of September. This is September 23rd, and especially as we head into the last week of September, we really start to see this fill in with peak color just off to the west of Denver. Once we get to October 10th, just in that 3-week period, we go from just getting into that peak color to past peak color here just to the west, but moderate color starting to show up here for the Front Range and the Eastern Plains. So that 3-week period, very important. The peak color will be down into the southern part of the state and also the northwest part of the state. Anywhere shaded in red here is definitely peak color for our fall foliage. Now, like I said, we are going to continue to update you as we go through our fall foliage season. And you can search Denver 7 and get those updates on our Denver 7 Weather app.
Still ahead, we take a look back at a catastrophic September weather event. We revisit the 2013 floods and the weather pattern that caused them. As we head to break, some of our favorite weather photos from Denver 7's photography group on Facebook. Discover Colorado through your photos. We'll be right back. Welcome back to this Denver 7 Plus special presentation, where we're taking a deep dive into September weather of the past and present here in Colorado. I'm Danielle Grant. 11 years ago this month, our state was hit with devastating floods. 9 people died and more than 1,900 square miles across 18 Colorado counties were flooded. More than 2,000 homes were destroyed and more than 200 miles of roadway damaged. The damage left behind would equal around $4 billion in today's economy. But how does something like this happen? Denver 7 Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson explains the weather pattern that caused those floods.
Normally, we have all of our stormy weather every month of the year except for the month of September. I've for years said to brides, get married if you have an outdoor wedding in September. It's the quietest month. That happens just about every single year. It's one of the most beautiful times of year. But in September of 2013, it was a very different story. The floods that came through were unprecedented along the Front Range and the Northeast Plains. And here's what happened. We had a weather front that stalled right across the state from about the 10th to the 15th. And that front, combined with a stubborn monsoon flow of moisture coming in from the south, that tropical moisture just squeezed out amazing amounts of thunderstorm activity and very heavy rainfall. Here's some of the rainfall totals, and appreciate the old logos. This from a decade ago here at the station, but you can see the heaviest in parts of Larimer County, Boulder County, and then another band that went through Aurora and then extended up to around the Firestone and Tacona area. Of course, a lot of that all draining right into the South Platte River Basin, and that's why we had such terrible flooding all the way along the South Platte, all the way out basically to Sterling and beyond. Some areas had more than a foot of rain, 15 inches in parts of Boulder County, even up to 18 inches of rain. Here are some of the historic totals that came in farther to the north. Bellevue, over a foot of rain. Estes Park, nearly a foot. 13.47 inches at Johnstown. Of course, all that has to run downhill. Here are some other ones. Southeast Boulder, 21 inches of rain. Nederland had over a foot. All of that flowing down to the rivers in Boulder County. City Park in Denver, we had over 7 inches, and parts of Aurora had over a foot of rain. Now, typically, we don't see more than maybe an inch of rain in the entire month of September. Finally, the monsoon flow weakened, the front moved to the east, and that's when that pattern shifted about the 15th of September, but the damage was left behind. Here are some pictures from our friend Marcia Hobart, who still sends us some great pictures to this day of what it looked like in Glen Haven. Very reminiscent, of course, of the big Thompson flood that occurred at the end of July in 1976, and just terrible destruction through that area. But you gotta love the spirit. Colorado people are resilient. It says friends always welcome right there, even amongst all that destruction. So all that water had to flow downhill, and of course that went into the river basins. And look at the flow patterns we had on the South Platte River. 13 feet. The normal is about a foot and at about 2.5 to 3 feet. Flood stage is at 10 feet. Now, people have asked me, is this related to global warming and climate change? And it really was a bad combination of weather. Weather and climate are two different things, related but not the same thing. It was the stalled front and the monsoon moisture. So Many of the studies that were done afterwards said not really in this case. There's an awful lot of things that we can attribute to global warming and climate change. This one may have just been one of those freak weather events.
We have a whole lot more of the 2013 flooding event up right now on Denver7.com for a timeline of events and more information from the National Weather Service archives. You can go to Denver7.com/2013 floods. A climate conversation coming up. More from Mike and our partners at Colorado Public Radio. We'll take a listen to part of Mike's monthly weather conversation with CPR, including leaf peeping weather and even a look ahead to the chances for a snowy ski season in Colorado. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're talking all things weather in September, and no, it's not too early to start looking ahead to the ski season. After all, some of Colorado's resorts will open up next month. The incoming La Nina weather pattern and its potential for snowfall in the Colorado Rockies was one topic of conversation for our very own Mike Nelson and CPR's Ryan Warner in their latest climate conversation. Here's part of it.
All right, to our more immediate localized weather. I'm the sort of person, Mike, who checks the weather right before I get dressed in the morning. And recently, when I asked my smart speaker, I'm as prepared for a 90-something degree day as I am cool, wet conditions. I feel like I've been bandied back and forth a bit. What's behind the recent variability?
Monsoon flow brought us that nice little cool pattern that also helped a lot with the rain that we've had recently. And so that's the annual moisture coming up into Colorado from the south. And we call it a monsoon just because it's an annual event that comes in. We see it start in Mexico and Arizona, work its way into Colorado. That hadn't really been going very well in July. We had those searingly hot days, but it finally did kick into a bit of a gear in the earlier part of August. And so that flip-flopped us out of those high 90s and triple digits, although we've had 50 days of 90 or better and 6 days in the triple digits so far this summer. I will qualify that a bit, though. The new weather station that's out where Stapleton Airport used to be, the one that we've just installed out there at Central Park, has not had as many triple digits as they've had out at DIA. And if you think about it, it makes some sense. The clouds build over the mountains and move over the city, and then eventually they get out to DIA, but they get a couple more hours of afternoon heating out there, and of course it gets hotter at that spot.
I'm glad you mentioned particularly sweltering days. You know, the Paralympics begin in Paris Wednesday, and the outlet Climate Central tallied scorching days in the City of Lights then and now. So between 1924 and 33, there were 69 days of highs above 86. Between 2014 and 2023, much more recently, obviously, that same number climbed to 188 scorchers from 69 in the same, like in a decade period earlier in the last century. Another study found that cities like Atlanta, which have previously hosted the games, will simply be too hot in the future to host again. And it made me wonder, Mike, how you see our relationship changing with being outdoors.
Well, you think about a city like Paris, a lot of those beautiful old buildings likely not set up for air conditioning. And so in the United States, we're a much younger country, and a lot more of our infrastructure's been built to have air conditioning. People will stay inside more because it's physically dangerous to be outside when temperatures are above 100 degrees, and more so in, say, Atlanta, where they're going to have higher humidity than we have here. We have a bigger concern here when people are out and it's 103 of people having heat stroke and dehydration because you don't even realize you're sweating because your shirt never gets wet. In the Midwest, you pretty much figure out, boy, am I sweating because I am soaking wet.
Wait, why aren't we sweating here so much?
Because the sweat evaporates because the air is so dry.
Right. As opposed to a Midwestern, I'm thinking back to my days in Missouri and Iowa.
You're still perspiring here, but you just don't end up wringing wet.
Right. Okay. Halloween stores, I want to note, have already opened, if you can believe it. Pumpkin spice lattes are out. What does the fall forecast hold?
The current 90-day outlook is more of the same. As my old friend Bill Custer would call that an acronym, he'd say our forecast is MOTS, MOTS,
More
and
of
that was
that
more
same.
of the same. And it is hot and it is dry, warm, dry into the fall. Now, there is a La Nina forming in the Pacific. That is the cooler than average sea surface temperatures near the equator. That's what it looks like will be the dominant force into the winter. And typically, a La Nina winter manifests itself in a northwest to southeast jet stream flow across the United States, which means our storm track will be coming down from the Pacific Northwest into Colorado, which normally favors the northern and central mountains with the best snow. So, good ski season at Steamboat. Summit County looks good. It doesn't as much favor the southwestern parts of the state, down toward Durango and Telluride. And with a La Nina winter, there can be, with a northwesterly flow, occasionally good Arctic cold fronts that will come through. So we would be looking longer term here, 4 to 5 months out, that we may see a couple of good cold shots and good skiing northern and central mountains.
What does all of this mean, this coming soup, for fall colors?
I think we'll probably have a pretty decent fall color season. We've not as good maybe as last year. We had such plentiful rains last year, and then it kind of dried out just in time for a really good fall color season. But it's only about a month away, and it's one of the most beautiful times of year in Colorado.
Mike, thanks so much for being with us.
Ryan, always a pleasure.
You can catch their full conversation on Denver7.com or on CPR.org. That does it for this Denver 7 Plus special presentation. Remember, you can find daily and extended forecasts, radar, Denver 7's Futurecast, and more on our 24/7 weather stream right here on Denver 7 Plus. Just download the Denver 7 Plus app for your favorite streaming device. If you're already catching us here, then just hit the back button on your remote and look for Denver 7 Weather 24/7. And if you missed any of this episode, you can find it in its entirety right now on Denver7.com. I'm Danielle Grant. I hope you have a wonderful day.